What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE News video. Today, we've got a few topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So Monolith Soft's Kyoto studio is hoping to develop original titles in the future. Now, in this interview where they talk about this, it's all in Japanese. I haven't been able to find any reliable translations at this point, so I'm not going to read too much into this. I'm just going to discuss my love for Monolith Soft and, of course, talking about everything when it comes to Monolith Soft. Remember, guys, these are the people who developed the Xenosaga. These are the people who developed Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but there is some important information to know beforehand, before I kind of get into this, is that the Kyoto studio is more of a supplementary branch to the Tokyo studio. So Kyoto and Tokyo, Monolith Soft is kind of split into two, and most of the people who work at this Kyoto studio are artists. Primary artists, that's pretty much what they do. But at the same time, they probably still have some people who have game development experience, and they have expressed that they do want to get into like an original title at some point. So I think that if they were to do something, because we've seen that Monolith Soft, they are highly efficient. You want to talk about hardworking developers, these guys are definitely that, because they actually completed Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with only 40 people essentially working. Now, they did outsource some stuff to other developers out there. They had a bunch of other Japanese developers work on some of the art assets and other things like that, but at the same time, the core development of the game was 40 people. So it is feasible that they can get their Kyoto studio, in addition to outsourcing a little bit, and maybe put together something, whether it's on the smaller end or even the mid-size end. I would say Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is more on the super large end, so maybe they do something somewhere in between that. Now, when it comes to Monolith Soft and kind of what they do, Monolith Soft is very good when it comes to RPGs. They're very good when it comes to art. That's something that you've always seen. Great art, great design in their characters. Not everyone loves the design, but I do think that they got significantly better in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 from the original Xenoblade and Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I do feel that going forward, Monolith Soft can definitely put together something outside of the norm, which is Xenoblade. That's pretty much all we've seen from them. I would like to see personally like a Soma Bringer. I think something like that would be really good if they brought that back. I know that's not necessarily a 100% original title that is owned by Nintendo, and anything that they do is probably going to be an exclusive to a Nintendo system, since Nintendo does own Monolith Soft in its entirety. So I just want to see something else from them. I think Xenoblade is great. I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm still finishing up the last parts of the game. It's absolutely fantastic, but it would be great to see Monolith Soft, just outside of what Kyoto's talking about here, just develop something brand new for the Nintendo Switch. I want to see what they have, and I think they are going to be doing something pretty interesting, because they have had that recruiting that they're doing. They've teased a little bit in terms of some type of fantasy RPG or fantasy game that they're working on, so maybe we get the first glimpse of that this year at E3 or at a Nintendo Direct, or maybe just in a press release or something like that, or just even something on Twitter. They just show off some more of it. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to Monolith Soft, because in my opinion, they are easily one of the top 5 studios in the world. My own personal ranking, I have them right behind Intelligent Systems. It's pretty much even at this point. So they're just so good. They're both really good, but Monolith Soft is just one of the most passionate and best developers out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have for us next. So what do you guys think about what Kyoto in terms of Monolith Soft had to say here, and Monolith Soft in general? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving to the next article here, the SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy developers are working to make sure there are no differences between the PS4 and Nintendo Switch versions of the game. They also talked about fan service quite a bit as well. So shout outs to Go Nintendo for writing up the information here. Let's go and get into what the producers had to say. The game is currently being developed for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch, to the joy of many, including myself. What are the challenges when developing for two consoles that have very different hardware specs and ecosystems, and how much do the platforms affect elements of the game? Here's what they had to say on the matter. First off, we'd like to state that we are working hard to make sure there are no differences between the two platforms the game will be released on. We will say that there are growing pains while developing on the Nintendo Switch, because it's our first time working with the hardware. That being said, everything we encountered, we've anticipated beforehand because of those growing pains. And here's the next question. From what we've seen so far, SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy showcases a bit more fan service than previous offerings from SNK. Are you worried that this new direction action will make longtime fans of SNK fighters take the game less seriously than they would take games like, for example, King of Fighters 14? Here's the answer to that. It just so happens that a lot of the costumes we have shown so far have been sexy, but there are other costumes that are cute and comical. We hope that those other costumes and gameplay itself will appeal to all of our fans. So somewhat sidesteps what he says there, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with fan service. And I've said this a million times, developers should put into their games what they want to put into their games. Whether you agree or not is yours to do, but I don't think you should take a game less seriously or more seriously because of certain things when it comes to costumes and outfits. I mean, we've seen Street Fighter, there are skimpy outfits inside there as well. People still take that very seriously, and now we're having this game here, which is all female heroes, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that at all, but I think the developers should be able to develop the game that they want. If you want to play the game, if you want to wear certain costumes, then you wear those costumes. If you don't, then you don't. There's always something out there for someone, so I'm excited that they're really trying to work hard to make this game as evenly as possible. Obviously, the big thing with Nintendo Switch is making sure that you nail down the different modes, because it is a true hybrid. Despite what some people want to tell you, you know, it is a true hybrid. When you're in portable mode, you don't have as good of specs, so you really have to optimize in order to make sure things run well in portable mode, and then you also have to make sure things run well in dock mode. Some people are looking for upgrades when there is dock mode when it comes to resolution or even performance, but with a game like this, you have to make sure that it's 60 frames per second in both modes. Just because it's a fighting game, you want to make sure that you have that timing down. So I think that those are the growing pains that they deal with. Now, not that exactly, I don't know exactly what they're dealing with, but those are the type of things when it comes to a new platform that you really have to adjust to. Plus there's other various aspects as well, how the RAM is allocated, how the processor works, coding, all sorts of stuff. So they're used to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the x86, so now they're kind of moving over to this. It's been a while since we've seen a new game from SNK on a Nintendo platform, so I can understand why there's some growing pains there. But it looks like this game, when it comes to the Nintendo Switch version, looks like they're really taking the lead on that one, because a couple different things here. It was first showcased and revealed at Nintendo's Mini Direct, and on top of that, you can get the Nintendo Switch Physical Edition normal standard, but with the PS4 you can only get the physical edition in like the collector's edition or like the big expensive one. So they're really prioritizing and making sure that the Nintendo Switch has that standard version physical for people to go buy. I'm thinking that's what they want people to buy it on. I'm not really sure at this point, but I'm pretty sure that the game will do better on the Nintendo Switch just because of the ecosystems and what's going on with the PS4, the type of games that are coming out compared to what's going on Nintendo Switch. But we have to wait and see on that one. This will be the first SNK game when it comes to brand new fighting game for Nintendo platform in a long time, but I know I'm going to be picking this one up. It looks really fun. I've been looking forward to another King of Fighters or another SNK game on a Nintendo platform for a while now. So what do you guys think about all this when it comes to SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy on the Nintendo Switch? You guys excited for this title? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, I'm moving into the final article here, and nothing too major, but Owlboy does support video capture. That game is launching this week, and you will be able to just boot up the game, update, it seems like it, and bam, you're gonna have video capture supported right then and there. Usually what we've seen, even with Nintendo's first party titles, that there needs to be a patch released afterwards, and there still are some first party titles from Nintendo that don't support the capture feature as of yet. So it's interesting to see that Owlboy is launching with that feature. I think that the developers probably really wanted to get that in there on day one just to make sure people could show off the game, because one thing about the capture feature is that it's a really good marketing tool, or at least letting other people market for you when it comes to the games. You can quickly snap something, put it up on Twitter or put it up on your Facebook feed, and other people can see whatever it is. I know some people, literally some people, that have bought some games just based off of the capture feature on Twitter and seeing other people play it. Celeste is definitely one of those games where I've seen multiple people say, yo, what's that? Okay, I might pick this one up, or I'm going to pick this one up, and then they've posted their really cool stuff from Celeste as well. So I think it's important, especially for independent titles, make sure you have that capture feature ready to go, or try to get it as soon as possible. If your game is good, people are going to spread it on Twitter and Facebook with the small clips and show off what the game has to offer. So I think that's the reason why they really wanted to make sure that they got that capture feature out on day one. The Nintendo Switch version of Owlboy is definitely one of the most anticipated ones. So what do you guys think about the capture feature being into Owlboy on launch day? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, in addition to all the different topics that we discussed, in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page. Consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below. Consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. We also are an official Twitch affiliate partner, so make sure you check out our Twitch and give us a follow there as well. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.